You're never too old to get out there and get going, to stay as fit as you possibly can. My guest is an exercise specialist who has just written a book called North of 40, Inspiring Stories of Older Athletes. And my guest is Lauren Hurst. Welcome, Lauren.
Thank you. Nice to be here.
You are in terrific shape. You came in the door and I thought, oh my gosh. And I said, how many times a day do you work out? And you said to me, what?
Generally, I do an hour of cardio a day, and I do strength training. I do some yoga, and I also have a farm, which is a lot of hard work, 3 or 4 hours a day.
All right, you wrote this book. Why? Why did you want to get this out there for folks over the age of 40?
You know, I started writing this book when I was 57. I began thinking about it at 30. I competed in sports for my whole life, and I always felt like the older athletes, you know, weren't recognized, that they deserve more recognition, so I wanted to honor them.
I love that. All right, what would you say to somebody like me who is not an exercise guru? How do you get going if you have no regimen at all? Where do you start?
You know, I have a few tips that are very simple to follow. First of all, find something you enjoy. If you don't enjoy it, you're not going to do it. And then from there, I would team up with a buddy, find someone that you can be accountable to, so that at 7:30 in the morning, if you're going to meet for a walk, you don't hit the snooze button. Someone's waiting for you. Then after that, I would get some instruction. Exercise is not rocket science, but there are principles that you have to follow to be safe and to not derail your journey by an injury. And fourth, I think if you write down your goals and also track your progress, you know, just jot down what you did every day. So maybe today I walk 2 miles and I do it in 40 minutes, and you know, 3 months from now I'm doing it 18 minutes. It shows that you're improving, you're getting more fit. And finally, and this is a hard one for people who've never exercised, but tune into your body, because you don't want to get injured. That's the name of the game. And that's pretty much it. It's simple. Just really find something you like and then be consistent.
All right, let's talk about some of these folks that you have pictures of in your book. All right, tell me about this gentleman.
Okay, this is Rowan Freeman. He was the first African American to climb the 7 summits. That's reaching the highest peak on each of the 7 continents. He's an amazing athlete. He's right here in Hartford. He was born in Jamaica, came to Hartford as a youngster, didn't love the cold but decided to embrace it and got into outdoor sports. He's trekked the North and South Pole. He's biked from Banff, Canada to the US-Mexico border. It's like 2,700 miles along the Continental Divide. And then my favorite, because I was a runner, he ran the Marathon des Sables in the Sahara Desert, which is a 6-day, 156-mile ultramarathon, in which they carry their own, everything that they need on their back, and temperatures in that race can reach up to 124 degrees.
All right, let's go to our next athlete.
So this is Linda Lubowitz. She's in her mid-70s. She's another incredible athlete. She's a world-class triathlete in her age group, and she also is a champion biathlete, which is cross-country skiing and rifle shooting. And I love her because we have similar philosophies. This is Scott Pape. He's 66, and he's with the Hartford Rowing Club. He didn't start rowing until he was into his 50s. He had watched his son. His son was a college rower, and he became enchanted with the aesthetics of rowing and the rhythmic nature of rowing. So he started in his 50s. He had had some back problems and thought, you know, he needed to take care of it. And now he's he's a nation's best. For instance, in the Pan Am Games in 2024, here in the United States, he won the men's single sculls, 65 and over, and had the fastest time for any of the men throwers.
These are such heights to reach. It's amazing. And finally, we have
this is Florence Myler, and she's 90 years old.
Yes.
She's a superstar. She is considered the most decorated track and field athlete in the world.
Where's she from?
She is from Vermont. She grew up on a dairy farm. She was a cheerleader. She played basketball. She was a competitive water skier. So she was one that was an athlete her whole life. But at 60, one of her friends asked her to join the track and field at the Vermont Senior Games, and it changed her life. She actually holds the world record in pole vaulting and is still pole vaulting at 90 years old.
I love these stories. They're so inspiring, and there's still hope for me. Lauren, thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. It's nice being here.
You bet. And for more on North of 40, go to WTNH.com or the News 8 app.